Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. We got the MCC 32 games announced. And yeah, they are pretty interesting. Hello, Laserjet, Typhoon, oh. The first two in the chat, welcome. We're gonna talk a bit about the games themselves. Because, yeah, I haven't really interacted to games before, so this could be interesting. Okay, 9 games as usual, with pretty visibly like the maps are kind of the same. I don't really see a map that hasn't been used before, other than Ace Race maybe. Ace Race looks like clouds, but made into the version of this new Ace Race coding heck, the new Ace Race code basically. I would say it's a like a reworked clouds map. Maybe it's a brand new map, you know, it could be. All in all looks I mean, platform looks like pretty small. I don't know if it's like only the corner, maybe the platform itself is bigger. Who knows? Checks one thing. Hello Ripcord and Hapt. Okay, Sky Battle is Candyland. We're back to Candyland, even though the map has been played quite a lot on MCCI. But yeah, I mean, why not? It's a good map. I personally like it, and it could be interesting to see how the teams do on the map, despite a lot of participants knowing the map inside out. So, yep. Sands of Time. Sands of Time is, I mean, you can't really see anything from the picture. It's just usual Sands of Time, probably. Like, based on the picture, it's probably like around the hub area. Maybe it's the Sphinx inside. I don't know. Like, it's a really blurred out picture. Not really the usual Sands of Time. Could be something interesting new. Who knows? Surprised they're bringing back Candyland. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised as well. I didn't think they would bring back Candyland for an actual MCC, like after they brought it to the MCCI. About what hole in wall map with no floor. Yeah, I talked about it. It looks like it's just one block, like down there. Probably I don't know. Maybe there's a platform like in front of us that we don't see, like below the picture. Like imagine the picture being taken like a screenshot, and below the picture there's probably a platform. And I suppose the yellow blocks are just the corner. So maybe it's like the map with the corners being like separated. I think it's like laboratory, or like it's called around that. I don't know. I don't remember a whole normal map names. Parkour Warrior. They have a new Parkour Warrior map every time, so I don't think we can see anything specifically from here. It looks like the starting area, so the starting island with the first bonus path to the right. Nothing to see really, because we don't really see the whole map. Like Parkour Warrior cannot be really leaked by an image, a single image, because it's such a long map. Battlebox is back to the Doom, I suppose. If I remember, it's called Doom, right? It should be called Doom, like the map that was played once. I don't remember which MCC. Probably was late season 2, maybe. I actually don't remember. I know its name, and I know that I watched it live, but I don't remember like what MCC it was. It was like quite long ago. Grid Runners, yeah, we don't really know anything from Grid Runners because it's just the finish area. Screenshot it. To get to the side, looks like it's Badlands. The usual map. I'm surprised they put it again, even though like half of the participants have like sweated it out. Yeah, I mean, what other maps do they put in? Like, they cannot put their maps on MCCI and just expect like they cannot put it back into the MCC, like into the event. Like they would just run out the maps unless they would create separate maps for MCCI and MCC itself. They have some separate maps, but I think it's alright if they use some maps in both MCC Island and MCC itself. But this map specifically is like everyone like knows how to do it quicker than usual. We have half the players like knowing the best path, not the really best path. I think the map has like many more best paths depending on your spawn, but maybe it's changed. I don't know. I don't play MCCI, so I don't remember the map too much. But yeah, those with good bridging skills and who remember like exactly the correct block placements, that they could be in favor. They could be benefited by this the most probably. Yeah, hello J-Matter. Happy to see that early the finish room grid run. yeah, obviously we're not missing out on the finish room grid runners. Actually, if the finish is like the same for each team, I don't think that's the finish line is the same as has ever been, unless it's the very lower one. I think it's the new finish line, probably like from the 8th room to the finish. Like it's probably the new path, maybe. Oh, I could be wrong. Who knows? Rocket Split Rush. I think this map specifically was used last MCC. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the one where multiple people survived. If not, I'm just just confused by other Rocket Split Rush probably. I think this map was used last MCC, and there's not really too much to talk about Rocket Split Rush, because the maps don't really the maps don't really define like how the players are gonna do, because the top Rocket Split Rush players are gonna do good no matter what the map is. So yeah, we have Purple, Pete in the event. We can see those two probably fighting it out for first place in individual for the game again. And since we have both to get to the side and Rocket Split Rush, we can assume, yeah, an Ace Race. Those are 3 big individual games, especially for Purple. We can say it's Purple has a pretty good chance of a first individual in this event, with Skybell and Battlebox there as well. Hole in the Wall. I mean, Purple's alright at Hole in the Wall. Hands of Time and Runners. If I remember, Purple's team is actually pretty good at Sands of Time. Like they have Arid, and Arid is such an amazing Sandkeeper. I watched him last MCC. I think it was with it was someone. Definitely the last MCC I watched the Sands of Time with Arid, and he was just incredible. And yeah, Purple is just alright in Grid Runners. I think maybe he's one of those who actually knows the maps, like knows how to do them faster and better. So perhaps he could actually push his team higher in Grid Runners as well. I think this game selection, I would say, benefits Aqua a lot. Maybe Purple, because Purple is like these are like Pizza Hut's best games. Like, when I look at it, Ace Race, Rocket Split Rush to get aside, Hole in the Wall, like Pete and Purple are probably gonna get top 2 individuals, unless like Shane pops off or people. Yeah, I feel like Pete's gonna get first. Yeah, I agree. Pete has a pretty good chance of being first, especially in this game order. I predicted personally Pete first, with Shane second and Purple third, but looking at this game order, I think I would put Purple just ahead of Shane, just because of how good the game order is for Purple. Like when you have Rocket Split version to get aside, you know, it's like nearly free 1.5k coins for Purple, and with Ace Race, it looks like it's a new map. Even if it's clouds just remade for the new coding, Even then, purple should still do well. I don't really see a reason why not. He's always done well on new maps, so yeah. This benefits purple a lot. This exact game order. I don't know. Maybe I think of a team that is not really benefited by this game order. It's probably, I don't know, 2 PP games, so it's difficult. Maybe green, because they are like heavily based around PvP, and there being only 2 PvP games with Doom specifically not being really PvP heavy. Because I remember the map being like either you get bull rushed or either you get bow spammed. Like Soul Sapnap, they won the map, which just flank, and now every time person faces Sapnap, they know just Sapnap's gonna flank them, unless they like, bro. I mean, unless they like get scared by Sapnap, they can actually like defend themselves. Like Sapnap is not that good at PvP itself. It's just the fear factor Sapnap has. Like whenever you see Sapnap in a PvP game in MCC, you're just not really comfortable. But if it's like raw PvP, just not that good for Sapnap. There are a lot of better PvPers in the event than Sapnap is. Just Sapnap's so dominant in MCC PvP that people claim him to be the best PvP player, which is, I don't really see that being true. I think he's the best MCC PvP game player, but that's a completely different thing than the best PvP player in MCC. Which is my opinion. Everyone can have theirs. Beat purple and fiber from gonna farming coins. Yeah, exactly. I predicted those 3 to be top 3 already, even before the game's gonna announce. Then now I'm even more like on this side. Those 3 are probably gonna win by not win, but dominate their top 3 placement by a lot, because I don't think anyone's coming to. I mean, maybe there's like a few other STs like Fruitberries. Maybe Fruitberries, if he has a like insane event, which Fruitberries really has the potential to have a great event. Like, you know, Fruit can randomly just get 1,000 coins in a game and you don't even know why. I mean, this time Fruit has also a pretty good team, especially in like team games. Shame there's no build mart or like bingo, but still SB is a really good in grid runners, so Lime could definitely do well in grid runners. Sands of Time is like, I mean, even a good team can sometimes choke. It really depends on the event. Like most top players always do kind of well, like at least top 4 in terms of teams, but sometimes it just happens that top players don't really have a good sense of time, even though they're classified as the top players of sense of time. It happens to everyone. Even like, and you remember the era of Dream being like the sense of time goat, and just the next MCC after it gets locked in behind the iron door. Like anything can happen in sense of time. Even Fruit can fail the gold key parkour because like his finger slips on this keyboard. Anything can happen, like really. Yeah, moving and having a van looks like purple has a good shot. Yeah, purple. If I think purple has a the team purple has a good chance with his game order, especially with the map being new. I think that benefits Tapple a lot, because Tapple doesn't bother review. He doesn't watch the best routes video from MCC highlights or MCC the show. He just goes in and tries his best. I mean, that's pretty good from his side. Like, he's a great player, but with it being a new map, I think this really boosts purple as a team. Like, Oli is also a pretty decent player. Pete's is like a base race god, and yeah, I really see purple having a good event with this game order, especially with the new Ace Race map. Because if it's like a usual MCC season 3 map, like the Yeti Set Go, or the other one, the Turtle Run, those 2 maps are just not good for Tapple, because everyone knows the best route, and Tapple just goes in randomly and thinking is just going ahead and learning the maps while in the event, well, everyone knows the map before the event itself. And this map being new, at least partly new, I think it's Clouds. If I have to bet, I think it's Clouds, just remade for the new coding. So even that helps Tapple, because Clouds is his best map by far. If Purple gets hole in the wall, they're gonna toss off points. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Purple as a team has a really good game order. I even though I predicted them low, because I just don't believe they're gonna, like, I didn't believe at the time they're gonna do well, but now I'm more hopeful for Purple overall. Watch Grid Runners get last instead. Grid Runners finale, I mean, I wouldn't really enjoy it as much, because I think Grid Runners is not a ideal finale game. It's just not as that exciting and that like tense, because when you don't see other teams what they're doing, just you see the teams like the right side in the graphics, just you see how the teams are like doing, but you cannot like engage with the teams themselves. I think PvP games are the best finales for MCC specifically, or Sands of Time, because Sands of Time is like everyone just doesn't know anything, like they're just doing their best and they get the coins in the end. But other than Sands of Time, it's just, I think the PvP games are best finales for MCC. This is honestly a good game for Yellow. Yeah, if I remember, Yellow is like Shane, Solidarity, and Venom, and I forgot the fourth one, but yeah, from remembering the team, yeah, the team could do really well. And Venom is a good Entrance player as well. If the map like isn't too trolly, like Venom could get like a really good placement, maybe a top 10. I'm pretty sure Venom is a player capable of that. Shane is just all around good at every game, except like maybe hole in the wall. I don't know. Wait, hole in the wall? No, not a hole in the wall. What was it? One game, Shane, Rocket Split Rush. This was a Rocket Split Rush isn't the great game for Shane specifically. That's where probably Pete and Purple are gonna outplace them. Yellow relies on Fire Breathman's performance, in my opinion, but yeah, I can see it. Yeah, Shane is gonna do well. I'm pretty sure about that. I don't think he's getting anywhere. He's just I don't think this event will suit him the most. His team overall is pretty strong, and he could get dodgeball pretty easily, but I don't know. I don't really see Shane getting too high of placement. I predict him in second place. That was before the games, and now I think Purple's gonna outplace him. So top 3 at the most is for Shane, for me personally. As from Cloud, yeah, I think that's Cloud's map. I'm like 99% sure that's Cloud's map, just made for the new coding, because they wouldn't really put the old Clouds in with the old Tridents and stuff. I think they remade the map to like bring back the nostalgia of Clouds with the new coding in, so you can expect like pretty different map, especially the longer jumps being like remade to being pretty swift and like a pretty fast pace. I think the newer maps are mostly like being really fast, and you have to like make a lot of jumps in a pretty short span of time. There are not a lot of skips, even though there are skips, but just they're not that time beneficial. Like if you do a skip, you gain like 2 or 3 seconds at most, and if you don't do a skip, just you're not that bad. Like you're not that losing too much time from it. Because if you would do like if you would do a run and turtle run without doing the purple skip once, just going the left lane, like with the jump pad up to the area where the speed pad is, like where you jump from the side of the tree. Basically, purple skip in turtle run, you go between the rocks and the tree or whatever, the wood. and that way, the normal way, you go to the left, and the left side isn't that slower, is that much slower. And if the person fails the skip once and makes it 3 times, and the other person like doesn't do it at all and 4 times and just goes to left lane, I think they're pretty similar in terms of time. So you have to like really master the skips to actually be fast. So the skips aren't really that huge time savers as they used to be in the old maps. And in this clouds, I think they removed most of the skips, especially the one at the start. Like I think the start remains, like the going forward and jumping into the trident area. I think that stays, although the trident's boost much lower, so they're probably like made it so you have to trident more upwards. So you don't have to like trident once and you're on the platforms, just trident like 3 times or probably like that. And then you can jump to the elytra. They probably removed that skip as well, so you have to like, there's like something there rebuilt, and then the skip, like the huge elytra skip, you have to like go left and then into the waterfall. Like that's completely removed in my opinion. And after that, I think the jump pads before the huge orange jump pad, which launches you into the big veiny water area, which then sends you to the fast water tubes. I think that spot is probably reworked and like completely. I don't think that's gonna work in the new coding with the water tubes specifically. So yeah, I don't think clouds is gonna be nearly the same. I think that it's still clouds and probably gonna get called like clouds 2.0 or something. I don't think it's gonna be nearly the same as the old clouds. It's just the look of the map is gonna be the same with obviously the changes for the new coding required. Okay, Red is getting third in my opinion. They're all around great, but purple and yellow benefit far more from the game order. Yeah, I agree. Yellow and purple. I mean, yeah, purple for sure. Yellow, I mean, yeah, this is a good game order for Ant Venom. Solidarity is kind of like alright. Basically every game is just there's no really a good or bad games for Jimmy. Shane is just good every single game except like Rocket Split Rush probably. I really forgot the 4th player in yellow. I gotta check it out. It's yeah, like keep thinking about yellow without knowing the 4th player. Okay, it's Gem. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, that changes quite a lot of things. Cause Gem is a really great team player. I think he then makes yellow kind of good at green runners in Sense of Time, especially. I don't really know about Gem's individual, like how good is she movement or the PvP. I think it's alright, but she's alright, but I don't know. Yellow could be good. I thought yellow was strong even before the games got announced. I think the yellow team is definitely top 5. Opinion on the battle box map. Yeah, I said a lot about the battle box map earlier. I think it's quite bow spammy and like if either you bull rush or you bow spam, I don't think there's too much like melee involved, like one-on-one sword fights. I don't think those are pretty common. And if you like bull rush, there's gonna be like people with TNTs coming in and killing everyone. Just I think it's pretty chaotic, but it's more bow spammy than most maps. I don't really enjoy that aspect of battle box. I think that it should be more sword fight based, I would say. Yeah, it could benefit a lot of those bull rushing teams if some teams decide to do it. As I said, Sahwgunn is probably gonna do well because he's just gonna go below everyone and just flank everyone. Because people just, I don't know, every time people play against Sahwgunn, it's just they seem to forget how Sahwgunn plays, because a lot of players can beat Sahwgunn one-on-one. I could name quite a few, but when I see a PP game, just Sahwgunn getting a lot of kills because everyone's just afraid of Sahwgunn, and that's mostly the case in like survival games and battle box and Sky Battle as well to the less extent. Let's show the Bull Rush map. Yeah, it's just either a Bull Rush or you both spam the other team to death. That's my opinion on the map. I don't really it's not one of my favorite maps. It's also not one of my least favorite maps. I'd say it's like bang average, maybe. Like my favorite maps are like Villa, because Villa is my favorite map by far ever since it got added in MTC 14. I always loved the map, and whenever I played it personally, I just really liked it. Because it has all the aspects of a battle box map that it needs. Like Villa has the one-on-one aspect of sword fight. It also has the bow spam aspect that some players like, and also has the bull rush aspect. You can bull rush, you can actually kill the players, or you can bow spam the players. You can do everything you want in Villa, and various strategies work on that map. On this map, it's just probably only 2 strategies on the Doom map, just bow spam or bull rush. And I think bull rush is pretty strong on this map as well, because it's pretty the middle is pretty high up. You can only get there from the sides, I think. There are like no jump boosts or anything, so you have to like go inside from the sides, and if you're there, the team has like almost no time to react, especially if they're like below or like far away. The bull rush is really strong if the other team doesn't expect it. Yeah, that's about it from my side on the battle box map. Yeah, hot take, but I think Sands of Time could be skipped this event. A lot of players like Sapna, Fruit, Kratzy, and Tapple. Maybe Purple don't like it that much. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see Sands of Time getting skipped. If I have to guess what the game is getting skipped, I would say either a Hole in the Wall or Battle Box. Like either one of those 2 games will probably get skipped. That's my prediction. Based on these games, I don't think Sands of Time getting skipped. If there's Age Bomb, like Age Bomb would probably like murder everyone if Sands of Time is actually getting skipped. So yeah, I don't think Sands of Time is getting skipped like at any point. I mean, it's a hot take from his side, but I still disagree with it, and it's alright. Ace Race Cloud Rebuild. Yeah, exactly. We talked about it earlier. Yeah, Ace Race looks like it's clouds, but made to the new scoring. Not scoring. Scoring as well, but what call coding. I mean that. So the tridents are gonna boost you less. The speed pads are gonna boost you less. The jump pads are gonna be also less effective. So they're rebuilding a lot of clouds. I'm pretty sure the map, if it's clouds reworked, it's just not really gonna look like the old clouds. Like some parts can remain, like the star. Star is pretty much can stay the same. I don't really see anything being changed there, but most of the rest of the map is probably gonna get changed. Wait a minute, Jolt killed Sapnap on this map. Can I do it again? Yeah, I know, and I think I watched it live, if I remember. I think I watched Joel at the event, or either that or I saw a clip of Joel killing Sapnap. Like Sapnap was like on the side, and Joel just went up the stairs and comboed Sapnap to death. That was a pretty funny clip. I think I saw it from a clip. I don't think I watched Joel that event. But yeah, that was one of the instances where Joel just demolished Sapnap, which is something I really like to see. Please skip Grid Runners. Grid Runners could be skipped, but I just feel like it won't. I just feel like Grid Runner is gonna play really early, like 3rd or 2nd game, maybe even 1st game. It's pretty likely that I think people are gonna choose Grid Runners for the 1st or okay, maybe 4th game at latest. If it doesn't get picked in first half before the audience blockout, I think it's gonna get skipped. But it's pretty likely it's gonna get played one of the first games. Opinion on Grid Runner skip. I don't really know what Grid Runner skip is. Orange got a pretty good game roster. Orange was a great team even before the game roster. Like Orange, when I saw Orange get announced, I thought the teams are gonna be OP, but as it looks like Orange is probably allowed because of Owen being like it being like a second event, Kratzy having a relatively decent underperformance, like 2.1. Even though I watched Kratzy that event, he didn't really throw, he just didn't really score enough, and that was mostly due to his team not performing as well. I think Kratzy didn't really have an underperformance, he was just not really getting coins, and yeah, it just sometimes goes like that. And he had a pretty low score, and I think that allowed the team to be actually possible, even though I think it's like first in Scott's method as well. It's just Joel is Joel is A plus at this. He's one of the best non-S tier players out there, and him being on this team, like Kratzy and Owen being on this team is strong enough even on itself, and then Joel being there as well. I think this team is just gonna destroy. Yeah, I think the Orange is gonna do great. Which team is the best at dodgeball in your opinion? That's difficult, because I didn't really watch most of the past dodgeballs, because when I do the results video, basically the game 8 ends and I'm starting to work on the statistics video for the results, and while that's happening, while I'm doing the video, the dodgeball's happening, like dodgeball itself, and it mostly finishes before I can actually upload the video. So I happen to actually not see the dodgeball itself happen. I just hear what's happening because I'm still having the stream in the background, so I can hear what's happening. I heard a lot of people having like pretty good performances, but I just don't know how is the dodgeball skill, like how are the dodgeball players looking, like how are people good at dodgeball. I like no idea from the past 4 MCC. I just have no idea how are people doing a dodgeball. I saw the latest dodgeball I saw full, it was like MCC Scuffed, or I think it was MCC Scuffed, like the one where the 2 teams were against the 2 teams, like the bottom 2 teams got picked into the dodgeball. So yeah, I watched that dodgeball. It was like pretty chaotic, so there wasn't like really too much skill involved, because there were 8 players on the platform and you can't really base skill on that, even though dodgeball is not really a skill-based game in my opinion, because just jumping on ice and aiming with a bit slower arrows, just I don't really see a lot of skill there, because dodging is based on predicting your the shooter to shoot somewhere, and the shooter is predicting you to move somewhere. So it's just, how are you gonna predict someone's prediction? Like, it's just based on luck at this point. Like, you have to either shoot or miss. There's not really too much skill. Some people are just hitting more of their shots because they have like a bit of higher sense of when to shoot, and how the players, like, they can analyze the players dodging, and they know how they're gonna stop at a certain point, or where they're gonna move to the left to the right, so they can like flick or something. But mostly dodgeball is probably the least skill-based game in all of MCC, in my opinion at least. So Grid Runners has my vote. Like, that's not that bad, plus plenty of teams want it. Yeah, I kind of like Grid Runners, even though I didn't like it the best. The Grid Runners kind of grew on me. I really enjoyed watching it, especially when my teams do well. And in the past Grid Runners, what happened to my teams is that they do well at the start, and somehow just spend like 3 minutes on one room and then finish like 8th because of one room, and then in the end they due to scoring they get like 5th or 4th. Like that happens to the most of teams I watched in the past MCCs. Just this Grid scoring is just so I mean, Grid scoring based on the rooms is better than the finishing. It's just the team finishes 7th and like gets like 4th in terms of coins. It's like really weird. The teams get demotivated after losing so much ground on one room. Like they lose 3 minutes or 2 minutes on one room, and then just they know they're like 8th or 7th, while before that room they being like 3rd or 2nd. They're just demotivated, playing worse, playing slower, and then also contributes to like them being that way. I think players should focus less on the placement they're in and just focus on the game, focus on the rooms themselves. I'm surprised how low most teams' Rocket Split Rush averages in the event. That's probably like, I mean, I don't really I don't really have an opinion about it. Rocket Split Rush is pretty, like, you're either good or bad at Rocket Split Rush. I can't really say like how to be good at Rocket Split Rush. Just know how to use your rockets like the best, like the launches. Either you launch the rockets, or Elytra Hop. Both alternatives are pretty good. And then using the updraft, I think that's that separates most of the players, because when I watched Kratzy at Rocket Split Rush, he always used the updraft well below the platform, so he just updrafted into the platform and died, instead of actually updrafting and staying alive. I think that's specifically makes a difference between most Rocket Split Rush players. Even though players like Purple and Pete and Pills are probably tend to save their updrafts to the, like, they mostly keep the updrafts as light as possible, so they don't really you can't really see it that effect on them. Like, they just survive the longest. But from the rest of the pack, like from the other 30 players, like between like 35th and top 5, top 10, like the area of the 30 players, they're probably like separated by those little moments when you use your updraft, or you land on the platform you're about to launch off with a rocket, and then suddenly you just get spleefed while you didn't even see the person who spleefed you, and then you're just dying. That's also pretty unfortunate. Like, Rocket Split Rush is just a lot based about, like, I don't even know if it's luck, because when a player kills you on purpose, it's just, yeah, it's their kill, but you cannot really see, you cannot really defend from the kill if they're behind you. You land on a platform, you want to jump off, like boost off either Elytra Hop. Elytra Hop is probably more safe, but if you want to like rockets boost yourself off of the platform and you're just gonna spleefed by the person behind you, is just, I don't really see how that skill involved there, because you cannot see the person unless you're basing the way you're actually moving forwards. Like, if either you're doing the Elytra Hops or doing the rocket boosts. Like, if you're basing down skill, that the Elytra Hoppers are the most skilled ones, yeah, it's fair, but I don't think really that's the case, because Elytra Hops, like, anyone can really do that, especially those with like better ping. I think those with better ping actually Elytra Hop more, either that or the good or the players with bad ping. So yeah, Elytra Hop is like, I mean, anyone can do that if they want to, but I don't think that's too much more skill based. It's just how people prefer to play it. Like, just about playstyle, in my opinion. Because Rocket Boost and Elytra Hop can be better in certain situations. Like, sometimes you can use that, and sometimes you can use the other way. Like, I think most players use both. I think that's, at least from my perspective. I don't really remember watching too many Rocket Split Rushes, so I can't really say. My latest memory is like Kratzy. Like Kratzy on Aqua Team. I don't remember which MCC that was. Maybe it was the last one. And before that, it was like Tapple and MCC 28, which was obviously too laggy to actually be some kind of representative. And other than that, I can't really remember watching too much Rocket Split Rush myself. Okay, I thought that it seems like a lime, purple, yellow, orange game roster. Yeah, we talked a lot about these teams. I also mentioned lime before. No one really mentioned it in the chat, but yeah, lime is also a team that could benefit from this game, or there's a lot as well. If you had to bet on a game one, what would you guess? I said it before that I think Grid Runners is gonna get picked one of the first games. For the first game though, I think it's gonna get played second. So for my first game, I would pick either Parkour Warrior or BattleBox. Like if it's BattleBox not played like one of the first games as well, I think it's gonna skip. Same as Grid Runners, but I just feel like Grid Runners is gonna get played either way. Like there's not really too high of a chance of Grid Runners not being played. BattleBox could not be played in the first half, then it's just getting skipped because people want to play other games in the second half. I think BattleBox could be a good game to end the event with, but if there's like BattleBox and Sands of Time, you have like 2 or 3 PvP based teams voting for BattleBox and the rest for Sands of Time, because they know Sands of Time has much more potential for them to boost them up the standings. So yeah, I'm gonna pick BattleBox, but if BattleBox is not the first game, I could actually bet on it being skipped. That's like at all not being played. I don't really see any new messages in the chat, and also the viewership dropped. I think I waffled a lot. I talked like for 50 minutes, so I think it's time to close the stream. I think everyone who's watching or listening, more of listening, and also to anyone who listened to this 45-minute talk from me about the games after the stream ends. I appreciate every single one of you, and hopefully for more content. Yeah, see you later. Bye.